Daniel Horowitz, Conservative Review. John McCain slips in provision to draft women in the defense bill. You ready for this? Pregnant female Navy SEALs was something many of us used to joke about as a way of exaggerating the absurd social engineering in the military. Yet, placing women in special operations and direct combat units has now become a reality under the Obama-led Pentagon. Sadly, not only have Republicans like John McCain refused to use their purchase on the Armed Services Committee, he's the chairman of that damn committee, in the House or the Senate, to block this social engineering. Ready? They are now codifying it with a provision that could lead to a mandatory draft of all women. As earlier this week, I noted that the final House version of the National Defense Authorization Act contained a provision for the first time ever, including young women in the requirement to register for selective service. However, this provision was only added because of a strategic mistake of the committee chairman who thought the members would vote down this absurdity. He was just trying to make a point. John McCain, on the other hand, who's chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, deliberately placed that provision in his chairman's mark of the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, according to a Senate staffer. Horowitz says, I'm further told by Senate staff that it's unlikely an amendment to strike this provision will even succeed on the floor of the Senate, which means a majority of that body now supports drafting women. This damn Roman Senate, what the hell good is it? Under Mitch McConnell, hey, you know what? We've had more votes on law. I'll tell you what here, this year, this Harry Reid. What a jerk. The only hope to stop this is on the House floor. Have we gone mad as a society, Horowitz asked? Yes. Any vestige of Republican opposition to Democrat social transformation is now gone. There's no floor. Battle lines that used to hold for decades are now plowed through by Democrats in a matter of one committee markup. A party that stands for nothing is a party that stands for nothing. Now we're not capitalists. Now we're not constitutionalists. Now we're not conservatives. Now we don't defend our women. That's right. I said defend our women. We don't even defend them in the damn bathrooms anymore. This from the Hill newspaper. The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee is the latest to say that women should be registering for the draft. Arizona. It's time to bring John McCain back. It's time to bring him home. It's time to elect Kelly Ward in the Republican primary, who I've endorsed and supported. Most of you outside of Arizona have never heard of her because she's just not a focus of the new conservative media or the old conservative media or any media. Just John McCain. Yes, we need to stop torturing you. Yeah, we need to get Ted Cruz. Yeah, got to get that Ted Cruz. Yeah, women in combat. Yeah, register. It's time to come home, Johnny. It's time to go home. While there's no expectation the U.S. military will return to conscription anytime soon, McCain is siding with service chiefs. What the hell's happened to the chiefs of the various branches of our military, where they want your daughter to go to war? These Obama generals and admirals, screw them too. Look how they're destroying their own ranks. Not a damn one of them has resigned in protest. I remember General Singlab, when that idiot Jimmy Carter was talking about, we're going to withdraw most or all of our forces out of South Korea. And the man spoke up. And he was relieved of his duty, as I recall. The great General Singlab. Now what do we have? Yes, men. As women serve in more roles across the armed forces, I support the recommendation of the Army Chief of Staff. You know what? Shut up, John. I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you weren't alive or you weren't old enough to watch the draft. I saw the draft. I wasn't old enough to be drafted, but I saw it. And when the number comes up, you're drafted. You're out. They are so eviscerating the all-volunteer military. It is so eviscerated that they will need to bring back the draft one day. And they will. And your daughters and your sisters and your mothers, well, their number might come up now too, thanks to the likes of John McCain. Oh, by the way, same with Kelly Ayotte up there in New Hampshire. Just thought you'd want to know.